it is back and forearms today. And like I said last time, I'm starting off with single arm lat pull downs instead of the regular lat pull downs because of that unevenness on my left side comparatively to my right. But because of how the machine's made, I do have to scoot over a little bit. That way I don't pull the rope off the machine. But I've got 90 on here. It shouldn't be super hard. But this is kind of just a test and see how it feels. That's actually a lot heavier than I thought it'd be, which kind of sucks. But still okay weight. I'm gonna get my right arm for 6, and I'll probably switch up the weight, do something a little lighter, just so I can really focus on feeling my lats and movement. Said it's okay, it's not fantastic. Gonna go a little lighter. I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty, I bumped it down to 60. Just gonna do some super slow and controlled reps for this. And the same thing for my right. That's that. I can't ever remember what I'm doing next, but I'll be back with you once I figure it out. Oh, alrighty. So I've got rows for this set. I usually only do one set of rows. That's because it's one of those really heavy movements. I've got 100 pounds right here. I'm going for 10 or more on both arms, or I guess both sides, since it's not really 4 arms. But yeah, after that, I've got straight arm pull downs, I think, or like pullovers from here to here, or something like that. But I got to focus on this. This bench is shaking a whole bunch. I'm not a fan of that. That's heavy. Whew. Oh man. All right, good. This speaker plays some of the dumbest songs I have ever heard. At least to work out with. In general, I'm sure some people like these songs. I'm still not one of them. I don't know anybody who listens to this kind of music to work out. Alrighty. 10 from my right side. Oh man. Oh, that really is heavy. I know I just said that for the other arm, but it's because I'm not lying. Awesome. Still felt really good. I've got pullovers next. Oh man. I'm I'm looking good. At least my back is. It's feeling nice and pumped. It looks nice and pumped. Oh, I love back day. Uh, I've got pullovers, I think is what these are called, or pull throughs maybe. I don't know. Uh, I got 55 on here. Got one or two sets of these. Then I've got single arm. I think those are pull throughs. So I think these are pullovers. Yeah. It's a good set. Felt really good. I think I've got another set of that. I'm gonna drop it down to 45. I think maybe 50. I feel like 45 would be too light. But other than that, felt real good. I'm feeling real good today, and so I think I'm just gonna keep pushing ahead. But I'll be back once I got everything set up. Alrighty, moved it down to 50, like I said I was going to. I'd really just feel like 45 would be too light, especially with how I was treating 55s. But 10 to 12 of these. Then I've got single arm pull throughs. And then I've got barbell rows, which I haven't done in a long while. Yeah, I'm just throwing that stuff around. But still feels real good. I feel wide, which is an amazing feeling. But now I will see when I get pull throughs. Get two pull throughs. Alrighty, I have barbell rows. Going fairly light. I've got 135 on here, just because I haven't done them in like 2 months. I just got edged by a sneeze. But I actually do have something to talk about in the car today, or it's the truck again. I've got something to talk about in the truck, so I'm super excited about that. But like I said, barbell rows. I'm gonna get into it. I just got a big old drop of sweat in my eye, and now my eye burns. Never mind. I don't feel it at all. Do some research and see if I'm doing it wrong. But I mean, it's barbell rows. I don't know if you can do it wrong. That's not true. You can absolutely do it wrong. But didn't feel it like at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff set up for shrugs. I think that's 2 different heights. Oh yeah, by a whole bunch. Shrugs isn't what's next, but I'm already over here, so. Alrighty, I've got forearms next, and then I got shrugs, and I'll be in the truck. Alrighty, like I said, I got forearms now, so I got wrist curls, I've got reverse wrist curls, and I've got shrugs, and then I'm in the truck. Oh yeah, that was nice. That was 50 pounds, I think. Alright. Wait, no, it needs to stay there. I'm losing my mind, but it's okay. Alrighty. Dropped it down to about 25 for reverse wrist curls. Weaker muscle. Yeah, do lighter weight. And that is literally all of forearms. I don't have to do anything else for them, and they grow. But now I've got shrugs, and I'll be back once I've got all that loaded up. Alrighty, I got 385 on here, and not going for a ton of reps, probably like 3 to 5. Today's just a super heavy day, I guess. I've heard Sam Sulek say it. I don't know if anybody else has said it. I don't really watch anybody else. Strong muscle is a big muscle, and a big muscle is a strong muscle. So, I'm going to build some strength today. I don't know if I've said it or not, but this is 385. 3 to 5 reps. Then I will. Oh, no, I've got poses. I haven't said anything about poses. I probably would have forgotten about them too. But I have poses after this. Alright. 5 reps. Some of them were really decent. Some were questionable. I don't know if you could hear it, but my strap started to Velcro, or come undone, I guess. And both of them did. So if I want to go much heavier at any point, I'm gonna have to get myself something else. Probably the old school straps. They don't just come undone. They can't come undone, I guess. But that's the whole workout. I'm gonna get poses in, and I'll be back in the truck. Alrighty, that was good, nice and heavy back day. I feel very pumped, which is always the feeling I'm going for, honestly. I don't really have much else to say though. I just got to get into poses. Oh man. Alrighty. My back is looking fantastic. I'm hearing some of the dumbest stuff on the radio. It says if you're under the age of 55, you can drink 3 cups of coffee or more a day, and you'll be fine. But anything over that, and you'll get sick, or whatever else it said after the whole 55 thing. My grandpa and grandma are both in their late 60s, I think. My grandpa drinks more than 3 cups of coffee a day. I can promise you that. I love this pose so much. Oh, it might be my favorite pose. Oh, about that new mic I'm supposed to be getting. They have bumped the shipping date back to November 1st, which is Saturday. It sucks. There's nothing I can really do about it, though. I do apologize. I was hoping it'd get here before that. I was hoping it'd get here a couple of days ago, honestly. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can. I don't know how to do those, like, I don't want to say niche. They're not niche poses, but they're just not as common, I guess. Like, I don't see anybody do the full muscular. I don't see anybody do that one. I don't even know how to approach working on it, but I'll figure it out. Let's see here. My back, like, my lat spread like this never looks good, and I apologize for that. I can't really, I'm not going to say I can't do anything about it. I just don't know what to do about it. So I don't know if that looks good or not. I think that's really all I got for poses. But I'll see you when I get back in my truck. Alrighty. So I mentioned earlier that I know what I want to talk about for today's car talk. And that's true. It's gonna be about the repercussions of what has happened to me when I have stopped going to the gym for periods of time. And it's also going to be about the good consequences of continuing to go to the gym even when I don't want to. But before I get to that, tomorrow's video is going to come out quite a bit earlier than most, because I'm possibly going to be going to the gym in the mornings from now on, because I have not been sleeping well. And that's because I've been taking pre-workout at 10:30 at night. Don't do that. It's not smart. But the main point of this talk: in the past, when I have stopped going to the gym, I'm going super slow. Hold on. There has been nothing but poor consequences because of it. I gained a bunch of weight, fat weight, not muscle weight. And in turn, I start feeling worse and worse about myself, and my self-esteem crashes much lower than anybody should. I also tend to get angrier. I find it much harder to keep control of my temper when I don't go to the gym. Because the gym is an outlet for emotions. Whether you realize it or not, you are releasing energy that you've been putting towards problems. I thought there was a train coming. Let me rephrase that. I thought I was about to get hit by a train. I didn't slow down at all either. I was not very smart about that. I'm not telling you you have to go to the gym or you have to continue going to the gym. I'm just saying, in my experience, there are only poor consequences to stopping going to the gym. Like I said, it's my experience. Now, time for the good consequences of continuing going to the gym even when I don't want to. I still go to school. I'm still in high school. We just got 3 new students that come to our school. I go to a very small school. The biggest class is like 25 people. We just got 3 new students, and one of them is in my PE class. I'm almost always late to PE. I don't think the class is useless, but I think for a senior it's a waste of time. I think the only reason it's there is for us to have fun. And also, I guess it's for us to also get active, but for the people who need to be active, they aren't when it comes to PE. So I see it as a waste of time, so I'm usually late. However, that just completely off, not completely, but mostly off topic. One of the new kids is in my PE class. I walked in, I just wear a cutoff and sweatpants to PE. I usually play basketball, but that day we were playing volleyball. And I walked in front of him, and I noticed he was looking at me, and he said, "Dude, you're effing jacked." And I almost shed a tear. But it made me super happy. The compliment was amazing.
And it feels amazing when people tell you that they can see your hard work. And that was the second compliment I got that day. I eat lunch with this one group of people every single day. And one of my buddies that I do track with, we talk a lot because I don't really talk to many other people. We were talking, and I had to stretch, and so I did. Man, you should really turn off. Thank you so much. I love when I'm about to ask people to turn off their brights and then they do right before I get finished asking. It makes me feel so good about myself. It makes me feel like they can hear what I'm saying. Again, that's fucking... I'll talk about that in just a second. But I was stretching, as I do, because my muscles get sore all the time. My body is sore all the time. And he said, "Holy cow, you are huge." And I kind of just laughed it off because I'm not great at taking compliments. And that's pretty much the end of the story. Now, for what just happened. Here in central Missouri, I don't know a ton about hunting, at least in the sense of if it's different from state to state. Like, I know hunting laws are different, like the amount of deer you can shoot are different and all that, but I don't know like if the rut starts at the same time. What I do know is that we are in the beginning of the actual rut. Pre-rut is transitioning, and there was a buck and a doe right on the side of the road that I thought was a car. It's very common here in central Missouri for people to park their cars in their lawns with a for sale sign on the windshield for people to buy, and that's what I thought it was because he had his head down and he was eating. And then he lifted his head up. That was about to be a poor moment. However, he had a nice rack on him. I've never gotten a buck before, and I don't want to do it with my truck. But if I did, that'd probably be the buck I want. There's a daycare where my sister works at, close to my school, and they close at like 5:30 to 6, and there's somebody parked there right now, and I'm pretty sure they're getting robbed. I'm just kidding. Maybe. I honestly don't know if they're getting robbed or not. But I've never been in an accident before, and I don't want to hit a deer. Mostly, hold on just a second. Mostly because my mom has hit a ton of deer in her life. I'm not going to say she's a bad driver because she's not. She's a great driver. She also tends to be on her phone a lot while she's driving. And so she hits quite a few deer. I think there was a time when she hit 3 deer in 1 month. And I poke fun at her for it, as a good son does. But it would really suck if I hit a deer, because I don't want her poking fun at me about it. Not really, I don't want her poking fun at me about it. it kind of just take my ammunition away. But I think that's all I got for this evening. I had a great workout. I honestly have a lot of fun talking to you guys. I appreciate the views and the comments you guys are leaving. If you'd like to see some other type of content, like I've been doing skits, but like if you want me to do streams of stuff, because I play video games, I play basketball, I can try and stream that kind of thing. Those things aren't my main thing, which is why I started this whole thing based off working out. But just let me know. I really appreciate if you liked the video, subscribed. It only if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a dislike. Tell me what I can do better, because I want to put out the best content that I can. And I know right now the microphone quality is not great, and I apologize about that. I am actively working on it. That's another deer. You get out of here, man. I'm getting sick and tired of your crap, Buster. Okay? Deer these days. But like I said, I want to put out the best quality and quantity of content that I can, but I'm not going to sacrifice quality for quantity. So if there are things I can improve on, please let me know. I would really appreciate it. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say. I love you. Jesus Christ loves you. I hope you have a great day, or evening, or night, or morning, or dawn, or dusk, or whatever other types of day there are, wherever you're at. Have a good day.